The PVL on tour in Cebu completes its weekend here at the University of San Jose Recoletos Coliseum. And these fans, these delightful, lovable fans, sharing this weekend with all of you wherever you're catching us. And boy, we can't wait to return to the Queen City of the South, where the heat is hot, the love is warm, and the games are just as equally loaded with fireworks. In the first game, Gallery tries to test the blocking party of PLDT. They had a blocking party yesterday and nobody was invited except them. And in the second game, at stake, a slot in the quarterfinals. What a pair of games this afternoon to complete our weekend here in Cebu. Yesterday, the birthday girl was all smiles, but the focus was definitely there. I'm sure she wants to party eventually when we get back home, either tonight or tomorrow. For the High Risers, there were chances yesterday, but they hope they will have a few more as they try to fight out of those out-of-system plays that Coach Lermas was insisting that they work on and find ways to solve it. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the University of San Jose Recoletos, our home for the weekend. If I were you, Neil Flores, lumayo ka sa babaeng yan. Kasi may itak yung babaeng yan eh. Parang mga hahampas eh. Iba ang vibe nito eh. No?
I'm just matching the energy of our games today.
Yeah, but Lapu-Lapu was surprised with what you did actually. But these fans, these lovable fans, what they have given to us. Huh?
It's our last day in Cebu, so we do want to end on a high note. And I'm sure all the fans here in the venue are very excited for our back-to-back games.
Oh, we were loud and we were proud yesterday. We had a lot of fun with our games. Look at the team standings. You'll understand where the competition is at. Neil, take us through this, please.
The TLDD High Speed Hitters already punched their ticket to the quarterfinals after they beat the Next-Led Chameleons in 3 straight sets yesterday. And later on, for Farm Fresh and Next-Led, isa sa kanilang makakapasok. Whoever wins that game will join PLDT in the next round of competition, and the rest of the teams that you see on your screen will be relegated to the knockout phase. And as for Pool B, hindi pa rin tapos. We still have more games coming to you live from Candon City on Tuesday. So we have yet to find out kung sino yung outright nasasali sa quarterfinals and sino din yung makakarap ng Pool A in the knockouts.
And yesterday, we were mentioning that as early as the first set, there was a block party and only PLDT players could be part of it, thwarting the efforts of the other side. And of course, the Architects, what a tall lineup. Anchored, of course, in the best player of the game, this woman.
Majoy Baron was the best defender and the best attacker as well in yesterday's game. Look at her output, 13 points. She did score 2 kill blocks, pero ang highlight talaga was her offense, 11 out of 17. So that's a really efficient game for Majoy Baron, but we know that she had a lot of support as well, pero this is her time to shine. Really.
Absolutely. And it was not only the tall towers of PLD that took care of business. There was also some production, not just some, from great production from this moment.
Di na rin nakakagulat yung scoring surge ni Keisha Bedonia. 15 points. You called her the assassin in yesterday's game. I would like to agree. She has been very consistent from being a role player to becoming a starter sa PLDT High Speed Hitters. She has really grown into the player that she is right now. And let's also remember that Savvy Davison is also in that lineup. So for you to be able to score 15 points as a starter says a lot about your skill set.
Well, talking about Sam Davison, they wheeled her in slowly, participating only in the end portion of the game. Franny, what do you have for all of us?
Well, yes, we talked about Majoy Baron. She actually told me that blocking would not be possible without someone like Kath Arado in her backcourt. So let's talk a bit more about Majoy. She actually told me that playing in PLDT, she realized she's learned so much more about volleyball. She feels like she moves better inside the court, and she feels like she's an overall better player. But that motivation for her to play really comes from the eagerness of her teammates. Sabi niya sa akin, masarap maglaro sa PLDT, and the heart and soul of PLDT is none other than Kath Arado. Did you know that Kath Arado actually has notes and drawings every time she studies her opponents, and that's why you see her in the huddles in each timeout before each set talking to the starting six and the other players, telling them about her observations, reminders, so that they can keep playing as a unit. Now, I also want to talk about Sheila Kiseo, because did you know Neil and Seb, she is a USJR alumna.
From this school,
Yes, she said she is from the school, and she said that actually dati pinapangarap niya ang maglaro sa PLDT. Now, she can't believe that she gets to play with PLDT in her school, in her city of Cebu City, and she actually got to take her teammates on a detour to Cebu Mercado. Let's watch this.
Hi! Andito tayo ngayon sa hometown ko, which is Cebu. So, syempre, hindi mawawala yung food trip natin. So, hindi lang naman pwedeng ako mag-isa, kundi may kasama ako. Let's go! Hi! So, tara! Mga unta! Hi, sir!
Maayong gabi and welcome to Cebu Mercado.
So, sir, nakatakaroon din sa Cebu Mercado.
Yes.
So, I would like to ask you how did it all started, sir?
Well, Cebu Mercado is going on its 10th year, no? It's our 10th year anniversary next month. It all started when Nino and I wanted a food market in Cebu. But the first all-year-round food market in Cebu. So we wanted different choices here. And we wanted a platform, right? For startup food entrepreneurs.
10 years.
Cebu means Cebu, and Mercado means market. No?
Oh. So, parang dami nating options, no?
Oo
Nagutom
nga
na ako.
eh.
Tara,
Gutom na din.
kain na tayo. Tara! So, ito yung tinatawag na tusnobuwa. Utak ng baboy. Utak ng baboy yan. So, gagawin, yung ginagawa, toyo. Toyo lang? Oo, toyo lang. Yun lang yung panglasa. Ito yung tinatawag nating puso. Pagluto na, gagamitan na natin siya ng puso. Tapos igaganon. Kuha. Tapos ganun lang. Taste test.
Balita ko masarap daw yung mangga dito sa Cebu.
Oo, syempre! Syempre, mangga yun! Syempre, di naman puro kain.
Ay, thank you!
Cheers!
Cheers!
Sarap! So, syempre, dito tayo na sa Cebu. Syempre, di natin mawawala yung lechon. And also, may specialty pala sila na stuffed chicken. Wow! So excited! 1, 2, 3, go! Cheers! Oh. Lambat!
Nami-share.
Ate Sheila, lamig kaayo. Busog kay ko.
Oh, busog kayo ka.
Kumakain na kayo, marunong na kayo magbisaya. Tara na nga, late na tayo. Be, may laro pa. Aray.
Sa larong ito, pag hindi nakalipad po yan tatlong yan, alam nyo na ang dahilan kung bakit. But that's such a great feature. And you're proud of your roots. You like it when your friends come along and you can share it with them. What a story. Great story, Franny. Huh? Okay, time to hop over to the other side. And, the High Risers, they have their chances. I thought they were very much in that battle against Farm Fresh. However, they got several distractions, but there were some shining stars in that game.
That is correct. They really struggled in yesterday's game after that close first set. But there were a few bright spots there. And the brightest spot for Galeries Tower was that woman on your screen, Franz Ronquillo. Franz Ronquillo brought the offense for Galeries Tower as she contributed 14 points. And in this game, hindi pwedeng siya lang yung pupuntos. She needs the usual numbers from Jewel Encarnacion and Isa Jimenez if they do want to get their first win. And they want to gain some momentum as they head into the knockouts. But one thing's for sure, she will leave it all on the floor. She always does.
Yes, she does, definitely. And there was some help also. She struggled, but there was a moment when she could shine very brightly.
Well, the reception was also problematic for Galeries Tower. That's why she didn't get a lot of sets that she wanted. But they made all the necessary adjustments. In the second, third set, we saw her in a different position. She played as an opposite. She even attacked from the back row. And the last two games, 22 points, 4 blocks. I still think that's impressive, given the struggles of Galeries Tower.
Absolutely. In the meantime, Franny has a report on the other side, and she'll pose a question for you in a very short while.
Yeah, I still want to talk about Galeries Tower High Risers. I got to speak with the team captain, Rosel Baleton. Now, she talked about the high emotions that the team had yesterday, and she's telling me how important it is for them to be composed because they were overcome with so much emotion. They got frustrated. They weren't able to execute things the way that they should. And when they play, they have to play with such a composure that they can always come back to the basics and play the way that they've been training. She told me that it's important for her as team captain to lead by example, lead with composure, and to also show her team that they have that fighting spirit for them to be able to achieve their goal, which is that first win. Now, I do want to talk about our Filipinas Live poll question for this game. You can tell us your answer just below the stream on the Filipinas Live app. And our question is, which team will make noise to close out their prelims campaign? Will it be Mika Reyes and the PLDT High Speed Hitters? Or will it be Rosel Baleton and the Galeries Tower High Risers? Let us know on the app or using the hashtags PVL on tour, hashtag PVL 2025.
And the voice of Mac Caro Hepuela beginning to resonate in this way. She's our venue announcer, but we'll get to her in a short while. We'll introduce the players, but when we return, it'll be High Risers against, wow, High Speed. Puro high tayo dito, kaya pag nasa Cebu, pati yung music yan, napapasaya kami. We'll have it ready for you in a short while.
USJR Coliseum and the 2025 PVL On Tour preseason event of the Premier Volleyball League, the heart of volleyball. We are now on the second to the last day of the preliminary round, and we have two matches for you today in Pool A. For our first match, match number 27, let us welcome our PLDT High Speed Hitters and their challengers, our Galeries Tower High Risers. Officiating this match, we have our national officials. First referee is Mr. Joffer Educado from Manila. Our second referee is from Cebu, Mr. Arnel Aventuna. Let's welcome our starting lineup from our PLDT High Speed Hitters. Let's begin with jersey number 3, Mika Erin Reyes. At number 9, Kim Fajardo. Wearing jersey number 10, Mary Joy Baron. At number 11, Kim Kiana D. Number 14, Keisha Dazzle Bedonia. And number 19, Jovelyn Grace Prado. Starting libero is their team captain, number 8, Kathleen Faith Arado. Head coach, Mr. Rald Benson Ricafort. Calling on our Galeries Tower High Risers. Let's begin with their team captain. She wears jersey number 12, Rosel Baliton. At number 2, Jewel Hannah Encarnacion. Wearing jersey number 3, Isabel Jamie Jimenez. Number 9, Ivy Giselle Perez. Number 13, France Elise Ronquillo. And number 19, Jean Asis. Starting libero is number 21, Marianne Tracy Andal. And head coach, Miss Lerma Hiron. This match is under supervision and regulation of the Games and Amusement Board.
And we are just about ready to get underway. We checked the attendance, and this is getting to be a regular starting lineup for PLDT.
That's correct, Coach. Real decided to go with the same name that he used in yesterday's win against the Next-Led Chameleons. And as for the Galeries Tower High Risers, there's a slight change in that starting unit. Rosel Baliton will be the middle blocker for Galeries Tower. They need the height. They also need those power tips.
These are young athletes. Do you think just having a game yesterday is going to matter? You know, if you won a game, you're motivated. You lost the game, you're a little down, but you want to get back. What's the thinking of the athletes at this juncture, Neil?
Well, for Galeries Tower, it's really nowhere to go but up. They lost all of their games so far, but they're not yet out of the competition. So they keep on trying. Ganyan naman ang atleta eh. Even if you win, even if you lose your first few games at may chance ka pang bumawi, subukan mo talagang makuha ng panalo. And as for PLDT, they're not playing. They're not experimenting. They're preparing for that knockout phase in the quarterfinals. Kaya hindi nagbabago ng tao si Coach Rald Ricafort. And later on, we might just see Savvy Davison kasi for sure, pagdating ng knockouts, kakailanganin na siya because high stakes na talaga yung matchup.
Let's see if that block party is still going to be here for PLDT. And the block party has a new invitee. Jimenez slamming that home. Galleries on the board.
This is the start that they want. A kill block against the High Speed Hitters. That's a taste of their own medicine. I'm sure Galeries Tower also took notes dun sa game ng PLDT kahapon. They know the importance of coverage when you're up against the best blocking team.
And look at this. That shot is outside. First 2 points belong to the High Risers. In the first set yesterday, PLDT shutting down Next-Led with an 8-1 edge in blocks in the first set alone. And here comes the captain. Boy, she was also emotional yesterday. There's that one call that they were battling for, actually. It just challenged Prado. Again, it's blocked. It's all over the net. She has now given them a 3-0 lead.
This is the strongest front line for Galeries Tower. If they can get a lot of points from this rotation, ang laking tulong for their squad.
You know, the trick against PLDT is you've got to sustain it. You've got to stretch it all the way to the end of the set. Kim Kiana D gives them the High Risers, or rather the High Speed Hitters, their first point.
KKD also had a lot of numbers in yesterday's game.
We will have Prado serving. Runner in play. Bedonia makes it a set. Kim Kiana fires and scores.
Back-to-back points for KKD. Fast swing there to get past the block of Galeries Tower.
Boy, this crowd is roaring early on. very loud and definitely very proud yesterday. Here in our second day now in Cebu. Naiwasan ni Cap. Nagbakbakan sa net. And Narado unable to contain it.
First point, second point, rather, for Isa Jimenez. She had a quiet game yesterday. A while ago, we stressed the importance of her getting her usual numbers.
I agree. I had a brief chat with Gatarado during the warm-ups, and I asked her what happened yesterday. Yes, she slammed into the post where the first referee is. It's a little sore, but it's not broken, so she will play on. Franny has an early report. Go ahead, Franny.
7, Neil. I got to talk about that block party you keep mentioning with Jewel Encarnacion, and she gave me a little insight into what the scouting report looked like for the Tower High Risers. She said that they have to make sure that ball does not get to Kath Arado. They have to be smarter about how they use the hands of the blockers of the high-speed hitters. If they can swipe it out and add some force to get that ball outside using their hands, they'll be able to stay alive in this match. But that's not all. They have to play without fear, without any doubts. They have to be sure in every movement because they know that they can keep up against the high-speed hitters. Let's send it over to Mika Reyes as she gets some cheers from the crowd.
Mika serve and play the dump. It's still in action. It's kicked over to the back row. Mika sends it high. Cap adjusts. Baron tapped it over, but it is not scored. This one is delivered on by Galeries. It's a good start by the High Risers.
We're seeing a lot of hitouts from Galeries Tower. Isa Jimenez and Franz Ronquillo understand the assignment.
I agree.
They're targeting the outer hand of the blocker na mas malapit sa antena.
Serving for Galeries Tower.
Here's Franz Ronquillo, who had a good game yesterday. Too close, and it's stumped over. Aziz punctures the defense, and they are ahead by 4.
TLDD is having troubles in passing that ball to Kim Fajardo. An early gift for Ginasis.
Which they did well yesterday, huh? Here comes a cleaner pass. Kim Kennedy. This is still alive. This is one of those broken plays. Gawa ng paraan. You heard Lerma Heron talk about that a lot yesterday. There were many instances where Gallery Towers, they couldn't get those 50-50 balls, where you had to ad-lib, get out of system. Try to play with your instincts. Big shot. That is going to work.
Great slide attack there for Ginasis.
And we are going to pause for our first technical timeout here in this opening set.
Na-miss niyo ba yung game namin? Kung na-miss niyo, subscribe na to our YouTube channel. Subscribe na!
You know, the interesting story is that not only are the teams going to go on tour, because on Tuesday there's a game in Candon in Ilocos, and our production team is also going to be hanging over there, some by land and different ways, straight, just a few hours rest at home, and they're heading back on the road. Interesting way the schedule played out, but that's what you get. That's what you play for and work for. In the meantime, good start by Galleries because they have established a 4-point lead here after the first technical timeout.
Ginasis already has 3 points under her name. Yesterday, she was moved to the opposite hitter position, but I still believe that she is a huge asset in the middle. So all they need to do is to support her by focusing on the pass. On the other hand, you have Majoy Baron scoring off her own version of a slide attack. A while ago, we saw that from Jean Assis. We also know that Majoy Baron can run that same play.
Oh, lots of power on that one. Hooked by Baron. It's still alive. It's kicked over, but it does not cross. And 2 points in a row by PLDT.
We know that 2 points is not a safe lead against the high-speed hitters, lalo na pag naka-switch on na yung defensive pattern nila. So now that you have the upper hand against them, it's time to build on that lead.
High Risers still ahead, but they bungled the ball. That's 3 straight scored by PLDT.
That's an ace from Kisha Bedonia. Going short.
And a quick timeout by Coach Lerma.
Pasukan na, pag bumaba yan below your hips, wala na kayong magagawa dyan. Magpa-float na yan pababa, babagsak na yan. Pagsaan lang natin, okay? Ngayon, pangalawa, yung mga nakukuha natin bola, huwag niyong biglain. Itaas nyo lang ng ganun sa gitna para maitaas ng kasama ninyo. Okay? Isang pasa na maayos. Mid-range lang tayo, mid-range.
Coach Lerma was talking about the height of the pass when it comes to transition. You always want to slow it down pagdating sa first pass. Pagdating sa second ball, you let the setter dictate the pace. Para makapag-isip pa siya kung ano yung magandang diskarte. You now see Julia Coronel.
Who agrees with you, everything you're saying, kasi setter yan. In the meantime, the first pass is clean. This is out of reach. And after 3 points being scored against them, the Tower High Risers of Gallery, they finally get something to go. They're in the lead by 2.
Net fault was called by our second referee.
Either that or that, ano ha?
Still a 2-point lead for Galeries Tower.
Ivy serve. And it's hit out. Back-to-back points now by the High Risers.
That's also one of the good points in yesterday's game. Galeries Tower tried to fight back by going to those heavy serves. So PLDT needs to be steady on the floor.
Battle at the net. Baliton keeping it in play. It is blocked, and there's a first clean blockage by PLDT.
That was a kill block from the top blocker of the league, Majoy Baron.
2-point lead by the High Risers, trying to hang on here. Perez push. Mika sets it. Prado whips it into the empty corner.
Great find from Jovi Prado. Nobody was defending zone 1 for Galeries Tower. Just the right amount of spin and power to get that in sa corner pocket.
Gusto ko yung observation mo nung spin. Kasi iikot yung bola papunta rin pababa. Block, but kept very much in play. The strike by Jimenez. Here comes Prado, dumps it over, it's still alive. The push to the back row, Baron reading it. And the dump, and we're gonna take some time here, or maybe not.
There was a miscue between the libero and Baliton.
And we are tied at 10. 3 straight points again by PLDT. Baron serve. Perez. Big shot. It's touched.
KKD got a check on that ball before it went out of bounds.
Very slight, but not couldn't ignore it. In the meantime, clarification by Perez on the rotation. Just want to make sure as Jewel Encarnacion is all set to serve. Galeries Tower by 1. Not anymore. We're tied at 11.
Perfect pass from Kat Arado. It was also one of our observations in yesterday's game of PLDT. Basta si Kat Arado nakakuha ng first ball at naitataas na kay Kim Fajardo, mas mataas yung chance na pumupuntos yung attackers nila.
That's such a good point. In the meantime, this is held high by brother Reyes jumping, but there's a short attempt by Kim Kiana who misjudged the height of that one.
Too low on the contact point for KKD. For Galleries, they have been maintaining this 1-point lead.
And their biggest lead was actually at 7-3 and 8-4 earlier. But then, after the technical timeout, 3 straight points, in fact 6 straight, have been scored by PLDT. Perez keeps it alive. It's dumped over. Arado is there. Reyes gets it to bite before the line.
Kabisadong-kabisado na ni Mika Reyes yung court. The specialty of the house.
Sukat na sukat eh, no? Parang kumuha ng tape measure all her life. Tabla sa 12. Not anymore. It's inside.
13.
Will we have the first challenge? Yes, we will have the first challenge.
It's going to be a ball-in, ball-out challenge on that quick attack from Gene Assis.
Not the best start by PLDT, but you know, this team is just so experienced. They know how to recover right away. The early lead was established by the High Risers. In the meantime,
On the line, that will be unsuccessful for Coach Raldrick Afort. Point will remain with the Galeries Tower.
yung forma ni Coach Raldo, no? Alam mong nagbubuhat ng poste ng volleyball. Have you ever done that? Set up the net by yourself? That's fun to do, but also no, not every day. Push. And Mika Reyes ties up this opening set at 13.
Ivy Perez saw that. The ball already hit the floor.
Reyes has served. Elevated. Shot is on the ground.
We're loving the scoring surge from Franz Ronquillo. Going through the double block of Majoy Baron and KKD.
Yeah, she's also one of the best smiles in the tournament, in this stretch here in Cebu. Not a tournament, this is just our visit on tour here. Good set. Did she get it? It's outside.
Right intention. Pareho sila ni Jovi Prado. They've been targeting
That's
zone 1.
Which is usually where the server is. That's the first zone. Here's Franz Ronquillo. There's a summon for the captain. Referee Joe Educado calling Ivy Perez. 2-point lead. Not for long.
3-point. High Speed Hitters.
Boy, you know how lively is this crowd? They're noisy even before the ball is served. Oh, rocket ship. And that will bring us to our second technical timeout. 16-14 is the High Risers, who are in the lead after the spike of the set, brought to you by Duncan Pasalubong ng Bayan.
Bitin ba kayo sa games? Watch all the replays on PVL YouTube channel. Subscribe!
Alea Malaluan continues to support her new team from the sidelines. I know her fans are so excited to see her don the colors of PLDT, but we have to wait a little bit longer because she is part of that Alas Pilipinas pool.
And the handsome young man to her left is Bajito Rosario, former basketball player and now team manager of PLDT, the High Speed Hitters. We're currently down in this first set after the technical timeout by 2. Too close, but the Jaws Fajardo just stronger wrists, I think.
Kim Fajardo won that joust against the blocker of Galeries Tower. That was against Rosel Baliton.
Boy, Kapa's been doing that for such a long time. Oh, but Bedonia's serve is into the net. This is her second service mistake, huh?
It has been a roller coaster first set, I would say, for PLDT. They've been committing a couple of errors, giving Galeries Tower a lot of chances to pull away here in set number 1.
And now it's up to the gallery. Oh boy, I was just about to complete the sentence. Try for Galleries to have their chances. In the meantime, it's 16-17.
Coach Raldo is looking for a spark plug.
Somebody who you can go to, which I think is still one of the problems that some of the teams that have not really qualified for many of our playoffs, they need that one go-to player you and I were talking about. Perez. Back row, Bedonia taking care of that. Prado denied, but hit it to a block out. We're tied at 17.
They tie things up at 17. After that Jovi Prado hit out.
You know, they missed the reliability of Prado when she was injured.
She's very stable, both on offense and defense.
Sheila Quiseo, the alumni, is on the floor. In the meantime, PLDT is now in the lead. Coach Lerma needs to regroup her troops.
Di ba natin pinapractice yan second ball na yan? Di ba natin pinapractice yung coverage na yan? Bakit pinipigla natin? Bakit minamadali natin? Service na yan, minamadali rin natin. Lahat na minamadali natin, doon tayo nagkakamali. Dahan-dahanin lang natin. Basahan lang natin ng stable na maayos muna. Tapos, atake, set, play tayo. Coverage tayo. Simplihan lang natin.
Bawi ako.
Huwag niyo tarantahin ang sarili niyo.
Galeries!
You know, Coach Len Mahiron has probably underscored the fact that this game is probably played between your ears.
Kailangan ng ball control ng Galeries Tower if they do want to connect those 3 touches. Kasi what happened in the previous rallies, meron silang first ball pero naaalanganin yung second ball.
And here's Quiseo, and this floor knows her. This building recognizes where she came from, but she's unable to get that. That'll tie the first set at 18.
Smooth combination play there for Galeries Tower, responding well to that timeout of Coach Lerma. Isa Jimenez with a powerful hit against the block of Mika Reyes.
Everything Coach Lerma said is so succinct and so necessary for Galleries. In the meantime, overpass. Captain play, Arado will hook it over. And look at this.
A well-placed shot. Scores.
1 point for Kat Arado. That's just impeccable court sense. And Galeries Tower wasn't ready for that. That was a chance ball given up by PLDT.
You know, Commissioner Sherwin Malonzo and I were talking during breakfast on how the libero can score, actually. Prado. Boy.
There's a net touch called on Jimenez.
And now,
net touch called on Jimenez.
And PLDT here in the tail end of the first set has now gotten a 2-point lead. Is there a challenge? Yes, there is. out of Cebu late or early at dawn. What is referee Educado is there with team captain Baliton?
I think Coach Rald is contesting the challenge from Galeries Tower.
That's late. It might have been a late challenge.
And because magnet man or hindi, the ball actually hit
The floor.
part of the roof already. I think it hit the basketball ring.
Yeah.
So Coach Ralph was saying na doesn't matter kasi tumama na eh. So patay na talaga and putos na dapat for PLDT. But again, we still have to review the net fault challenge.
Parang fait accompli na eh. No?
Ang sinabi doon sa challenge, i-deny na lang natin yung challenge para i-repeat na yung
Boy, this is like yesterday. Remember?
All right. So as expected, the challenge would be denied.
It's not successful or unsuccessful.
Yes. So they keep their challenge opportunity.
It is not allowed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pero dahil tumama na nga yung bola dun sa basketball ring,
the point belongs to PLDT.
Yes.
And PLDT has now scored 2 straight points. They are in the lead after playing catch-up for a big part of this opening set. At the first or the second technical timeout, they were still behind 16-14.
The challenge is disregarded.
First referee Ducado waiting for his cue to proceed from the technical committee.
Point and serve for PLDT. 20-18 is the score. Kim Fajardo serving.
Well set up. And that's hit hard. There's a net touch.
Net ball. Jimenez.
Net fault.
21.
Galeries Tower will not contest that. Isa Jimenez couldn't control her momentum as she went down.
Service.
And now that's 3 straight coming from PLDT. Kap will continue to serve. And that is out.
Can I just say, ang talas ng mata ng second referee when it comes to net faults. Even in yesterday's game, there were a lot of net fault calls.
Hernandez, her serve. Prado denied entry. Kap checks the horizon. Kim Kennedy also denied. Reyes shoves it over, no success. Here comes this strike. It's out of reach.
On the hit out.
Pardo couldn't get to that ball. So Isa Jimenez will get a point back for her team.
Ganda ng set ni Perez. Pitik eh. Let's listen.
Yung focus muna ha. Ulit. Yung straight serve baka ulitin. Kaya naman. Ano yung play nyo ulit? Same lang? Same lang. Hard serve yan ha. Ito sa lang ulit ha. Kahit di sumakto yung pasa, gagawa naman ng paraan pag na-reset, hindi table tayo agad. Inaantayin. Go, 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 game.
Alam mo, coaching is communicating, you know, and Raul's style is, I've made my point, word be done. You are professionals, you know what to do. I'm just here to remind you. Other coaches, they want to outline it. Lerma does a good job of pointing out what doesn't work for her team.
Sometimes si Coach Ral, he also asks the opinion of the players kung saan sila comfortable when it comes to these set plays.
Prado shot in play. Oh, Arado returning it to Prado. And she knocks that down.
Great target there for Jovi Prado. She's been going high and long. I think that's the trademark of Jovi Prado. There are a lot of different styles when it comes to attacking, and there will be some players na pure power, but for Jovi Prado, it's about locating those
I agree.
corners, those sharp angles para makapuntos for PLDT.
Yung placement, ano ha? Kim Kiana D scoring. And PLDT, after playing behind here for a big part of this first set, 2 steps away from pocketing set number 1.
Kim Pardo also has a lot of options up front.
Yeah.
Di pa tayo masyado nakakita ng madaming combination play for PLDT, pero hindi naman nila kailangan. What's working now is the simple sets of Kim Fajardo. She's just splitting the blockers of Galeries Tower.
She even was directing Prado where to go. Ito, papunta ako dun. Set point for PLDT. Prado playing so well in every part. And that is cleanly dumped into the open area. Mika Reyes ends the story of the first set.
The comeback is complete for the High Speed Hitters.
And we have the point of the set brought to you by Myra B Vita Brighter. Myra's vitamin-powered whitening lotion. So at the end of this opening set here in Cebu, we have a 34-minute first set ending in 25-20 in favor of PLDT. First set of our first game here in Cebu at the USJR Coliseum. 25-20 in favor of PLDT, a team that played catch-up for a big chunk of that first set.
Galeries Tower started out strong by getting a kill block against the High Speed Hitters. They were also able to establish a 2-point lead. But the offense of PLDT really helped them come back in set number 1. And for Galeries, ang dami sanang chances for a transition play, pero hindi nila nakukuha because of those miscues dun sa mga defenders nila. And I think that PLDT needs to inject more energy. I know that this is a non-bearing game, but you also can't be too relaxed. Pero based on the numbers, kahit hindi pa ganun ka-spot on yung reception nila, they were still able to score 18 attack points against the Galeries Tower High Risers. Nawala lang siguro yung numbers in blocking. They only got 1 kill block. But relatively, I would still say the system was still there. Napagana pa rin nila despite the inconsistencies in the passing. And they're looking for a stronger set number 2 performance. Coach Rald can shuffle the players if he wants to give more playing time to the second stringers. You can see the leading scorers for both teams. Reyes and Prado have 5 points apiece. For Galeries Tower, it's Isa Jimenez, also with 5 points. Hindi magbabago ng tao si Coach Rald. It's the same starting unit.
There were the first 3 points were scored by Galeries Tower. In the first part, where before the first technical timeout, they were leading 8-4. At the end of the second technical timeout, they were ahead 16-14. Then a big 6-1 blast by PLDT ended the set in their favor. Welcome to set number 2. We're just awaiting permission to take off. We're just confirming the rotation, especially of Galleries. Referee Villarda, who is not blowing a whistle in this first game, is checking the positions of our players, especially on the Galleries side. And now he will do that as well for the opposite side, for PLDT. All's well, and the first serve will belong to Galleries. And we have somebody who played yesterday, Penela Risha Emnas, will be now at the setter position, I believe.
That's the only change dun sa starting lineup ni Coach Ler Mahiron. Then Emnas will set, and Ivy Perez will come off the bench.
That's, I think, off the block.
That's their go-to play, actually. Yung mga off-the-block hits from their wing spikers. We saw a lot of those in set number 1 from Franz Ronquillo and Isa Jimenez. Now, sumusunod na si Jewel Encarnacion. They're not targeting the cross-court angle. It's really targeting the outer hand of the setter or the opposite hitter of
They
PLDT.
probably have better chances off the block. But here comes Bedonia beginning to come unglued here, etching the first point of PLDT.
He is such a reliable scorer.
Sobra, no?
15 points against the next lead.
You know, in a team of tall towers, she's also a giant in a different way. That's long.
3-point for the High Risers.
We've got a Jewel named Encarnacion, all set to serve. Arado. Combination long. It's a touch ball. Yes, it is.
Michelle Baleton got a hand on that hit of KKD.
Coach Lerma doing a quick lecture on blocking. We are knotted at 2. That's off the block, and they score on that again.
Sometimes outside hitters would be called the cleaners ng mga out-of-system plays. Look at the adjustment of Franz Ronquillo using her left hand to push that ball over. Pag outside hitter ka, hindi ka pwedeng maging mapili eh. Kasi automatic pagdating sa out-of-system play,
iyo yun.
Sa'yo yun. And you are expected to score. That's another point for Franz Ronquillo, this time off the kill block against Majoy Baron.
I thought Majoy hesitated. When she flew, she was not perfectly aligned, but she hit it straight in the... She could have gone down the line, actually. But she tried, and she ended up with her team falling behind by a deuce. It's close to the net. That's not a problem for Fajardo. And mishandled passing that time by Galleries. Chance to go to Franny now.
I spoke with Catharado, who told me na tumatak talaga ang patience at tiyaga sa PLDT, and that's why this process is really working in their favor, because it's an opportunity for everyone to step up in the team. They don't have, or rather they didn't have a go-to player in this offseason until Savvy returned, and players like Keisha Bedonia really stepped up. Keisha told me that they have a mindset that they're all pantay-pantay when they're inside the court, meaning everyone has an opportunity to rise to the occasion and play the way that they've been practicing. All their hard work has come to this, and they want to see them reach all the way to the end. Now, it's a long rally ahead of us, but Joey Prado just ended it.
And that will make the score tied at 4. Thank you very much, Franny Reyes, reporting from the gallery.
Joey Prado used a lot of wrist action in that last hit, and she's a type of player na very patient.
I agree.
She doesn't force the issue. If she sees na hindi optimal yung pwesto niya when it comes to the attack, she goes for a tip or she goes for a long ball, looking for a chance to reset their play. But for Galeries Tower, Jean Asis continues to shine for them. Yan yung sinasabi natin na ang dami mong pwedeng gawin with Jean Asis in the middle.
You know, you're right.
She can go for a slide. Nakita na natin yung kanina. Those usual A quick, B quick, back quick plays, pwede din.
That's inside. They got the corner. And the High Risers sneak out with a 2-point lead at this early stage of the second.
So far, laging nauuna yung Galeries Tower, but they have to
Yeah.
find a way to sustain the run.
Baron amending that broken play. Prado hits it off the block and scores again.
He's been busy. He's been getting a lot of sets from Kim Fajardo, in system and out of system.
I think she, after the first set, had 5 points. She probably has 8 right now. We don't have our usual access to official scores, at least when we're out of town. In the meantime, that's Prado working hard at the net. Big shot. Corner. Corner. Assist knocking it back in.
She's always prepared to attack. Kahit na hindi na ganun kaganda yung approach niya, she can still find a way to score.
Tsaka she was intentionally about to hit long no? Yung wind up niya pang long 2-point lead by the High Risers against the High Speed Hitters. And when you're in doubt, go to Mika.
It's one of the points of attack na mahirap talaga bantayan. The tempo is very fast. Look at that again. That was a short slide from Kim Fajardo and Mika Reyes. Napalo niya na yung bola. Pataas pa lang si Joel Encarnacion.
1-point game. Second set. Good set for Prado.
Almost in double digits for Coach Rald Ricafort.
Just shining so brightly here.
It's all about the wrist action for Jovi Prado. Not too strong, not too soft. Yung saktong-sakto lang to get the point.
Parang tamang kape, no? Sa hapon or umaga. Binigay sa akin. Paluin ko nga, diba? 8-7 Galleries ahead at the technical break.
Player highlights, we got you covered. Subscribe now to the PVL YouTube channel. Subscribe!
My unofficial count, of course, was 10. But apparently, Prado has been credited officially with 8 already. So we'll go with that. No argument there. But she's wreaking havoc on Galleries. 8-7 count. What seems to be amiss? Mr. Lopez, our senior official, something is amiss. Is it the scoreboard behind us? There's a scoreboard. There's an electronic scoreboard behind us.
I think it's the curtains. Parang nakakasilaw sa players ng PLDT. They had to close the curtains para hindi pumasok yung sunlight.
So, but Galleries, they're in the lead, but not for long.
They're really shooting themselves on the foot with these kinds of errors kasi mahirap mag-establish ng lead against a team like PLDT. So pag nagawa mo na, you have to take care of it.
If you slip and keep missing, like in this case, BLD with back-to-back points now, leading 9-8.
2 straight unforced errors from Galeries Tower.
Again, they had several Flings with the lead. Huh? They had the 2-point lead just a while ago. That nips the net, but we play on. Blocked, and it stays there. That's 3 straight by the high-speed hitters. Coach Lerma Hiron needs to settle down her game.
Diba? Gawin mo lang ng paraan. Mababa na yung bola, malayo ka pa sa net. Eh pag binaon mo pa yun, edi net na mismo magbablock sa'yo. Diba? Again, be at the moment. Kung ano yung sitwasyon, kung nasaan ang bola, doon muna tayo gumawa ng paraan. Gusto natin mga puntos, pero yung option mo ba na gagawin, angkop doon. Diba? Basahin nyo, ano yung ginagawa ng bola, ginagawa ng kabila, nasaan yung bola, doon tayo magdesisyon.
Baya ka!
Basahan na! Basahan na!
Alam mo, yung case ni Coach Lerma, para siya nagtuturo ng masteral class. Di ba? Yung tapos na kayo sa undergrad, nandito na kayo sa pro. Pero ito yung decision making that you have to make as pros. Di ba? Yung college mistakes nyo, hindi na pwede yon dito. Kasi napakabating ng kalaban natin.
These are also skilled players.
Oo.
Kaya alam ni Coach Lerma na alam nila kung ano yung dapat nilang gawin.
Oo.
And she pointed out yung situational attacking. It really depends kung saan lumalapag yung set ni Fen Emnas.
At saka kasi, pag nininervous ka, ang hirap mag-isip. May TV, may audience, pamilya, nanonood. Cap puts it up. Bedonia cuts it up. Battle at the net. It's pushed high. And they'll call a forward touch violation.
The libero thought that it was just the second touch for Galeries Tower.
Yeah. Wrong count. And Mika Reyes will serve. Ronquillo is there. So is Mika. Bedonia uncorks. Emnas swings it to the other side. Try the graceful pickup. Down on the floor we go. Quintiana dancing in the air. The strike. Oh! Tumalikod yung PLDT. They thought that ball was going to play long. They misjudged that.
Great defensive pattern from Galeries Tower. We got a lot of digs from that rally.
Yeah.
And that was enough for them to convert that point.
What is the violation?
Possessional fault will be called on Galeries Tower. Wrong server.
Coach Lerma looking at her assistants. Huh?
It should be Jewel Encarnacion.
Look at this. There's Coach Lerma talking to her assistants actually. Boy, you need to tell me this. You help me here.
Kadalasan may naka-assign sa assistant coaches na magbabantay ng rotation. But they missed that one. So PLDT will get a point.
3B, no?
Official score is 12, serving 10.
Picked up that time by Encarnacion. Prado hard at work in the back row. Bedonia shoots. Emnas. This is a cut shot. KKD is there. Bedonia got it to go.
Same angle. Deep cross-court hit from Keisha Bedonia will give PLDT a 3-point lead.
Courtesy of that spike of the set brought to you by Duncan. Pasalubong ng bayan. Kim Kiana. Long.
Too strong for Isa Jimenez. No touch. Called on the high-speed hitters.
Coach Lerma wants a ceasefire.
Coach, yung ano natin dito, Isabel, again. The best that you can. Yun na ba yung best mo? Pambira, papaluin mo na lang. Outside pa. Tulungan mo naman kami manalo. Naka-close yung line natin. Ngayon yung depensa natin dito, ang likod, disorganized. Kung kasarado yan, walang ibang pupuntahan ng bola, kundi dito lang yan. Huwag kayong mauna doon. Okay? Dapat tatlo yung depensa natin dyan. Ano nangyayari? Gumagalaw agad tayo. Okay? Huwag mo na kayong gumalaw. Pagpalo, tsaka lang kayo gumalaw.
Coach Lerma pointed out the defense pattern in the back row. Connected kasi yung blocking and digging eh. If down the line na yung binabantayan ng blockers, wala nang ibang pupuntahan yung attacker ng PLDT kung hindi cross court. And yun yung pinapoint niya, dapat ready tayo pag lumampas sa first line of defense.
4-point lead by PLDT. Prado tosses it over. And right in the middle we go.
They need more of that. They need to activate their middles more if they want to create those loopholes in the blocking system of the high-speed hitters. Lalo na't ngayon, nasa harapan na si Gene Assis. This is the opportunity for Galeries Tower to mount their own comeback.
Baliton got it. This is something they grapple with. It's alive. Block. And the blocking always keeping things in order for PLDT.
That will always be the saving grace of PLDT. If all else fails, default na nila na pumunta sa kanilang net defense. That's another point for Majoy Baron.
That resists by the double block.
Clean down the line hit from Franz Ronquillo. She knew she had a higher chance of getting a point against Kim Fajardo.
Nalampasan niya.
Compared to the top blocker in Majoy Baron. Again, these errors have been painful for Galeries Tower. That will bring us to our second technical timeout. PLDT up by 4.
Na-miss niyo ba yung game namin? Kung na-miss niyo, subscribe na to our YouTube channel. Subscribe na!
That's our official count. PLD with a 4-point lead. This guy is going to be back in action later on. I wonder if we can follow him with our camera later on. He's going to be dancing again down the sideline. It's a joy to watch. She's dancing, and Jean is trying to shake off the tension of this match, actually.
Double sub for Coach Lerma. Kim Pacres and Ivy Perez in.
You know, Pacres, she was joyfully dancing during the warm-ups. Ang saya niya, ganda niya gumalaw actually. And that block is still there. Let's call it the PLDT blockade.
PLDT is starting to
assert
themselves in the blocking category. They only got one kill block in set number 1. And I think yan yung parameter ni Coach Rad para makita kung naging effective sila.
She's on fire!
Lead is now at 6 for the high-speed hitters. Only a single blocker against Mika Reyes.
Perez, baba. Joust. And it's a 7-point lead for PLDT.
That's another joust won by Kim Fajardo. And that's the trick when it comes to joust. Yung second person na makakuha ng contact, mas may advantage siya in pushing that ball over.
Oh, hit long. 5 straight points now by PLDT.
Lead has now ballooned to 8. Katindaan will replace Gene Assis in the front row.
Bacres, Reyes, and Mika just getting away with everything she wants to do here.
Galeries Tower can't seem to connect on offense. Even the drop balls have been working for PLDT.
Kanto lang ng mata ni Mika ang ginamit dun. Bacres. And she gets that to score.
Bonus point for the High Speed Hitters. That was a strong hit from Dimi Bacres. And free ball na rin itong naibigay ni Joey Prado.
Ten-point lead. Baron serve. Fajardo. And it's still alive. No whistle. We play on. One more time. Prado. She missed the corner. She missed that corner this time.
Alam niyo rin that it was outside, no check from the blockers of Galeries Tower.
Tama intensyon, ano? Hindi nako-coveran ng Galeries yun. Balik tayo kay France, Ronquillo. Prado is denied. Arado covered. And Mika Reyes is unstoppable.
Has been the star of this second set. At the jump set also.
Alam ni Cap kung sino yung mainit. Namorsyento rin in the right way. Minsan namomorsyento ka in probably a different way. Prado. That's inside.
Franz Roquillo continues to score from these out-of-system plays,
which is what Lerma has been advocating. Dodi Batindan. Arado, Prado, Reyes. To the end. Reverse!
Cross-court killer from KKD.
Galing ni Cap magbasa. Nasaan ang blocks? Saan ko papadala to? That crawls over the net. Rado elevates it. Let's go this way. Kept alive by Galeries. They're fighting on. Long, and we are done. And at the end of this set, we have the point of the set brought to you by Myra. Be Vita Brighter with Myra's vitamin-powered whitening lotion. We are done with the second set at 25-14. It's 2-set to love lead by PLDT trying to sweep this preliminary round. They did it in just 24. They did it faster in the second set, needing only 24 minutes to pocket the 2-set to love lead. Shaky start by PLDT, but they settled down, found their groove, and they have been unstoppable since that time here.
After the 3 straight unforced errors of Galeries Tower, dun umabante yung high-speed hitters, napako yung high risers, and they just couldn't convert on those out-of-system plays. Yes, there were bright spots like Franz Ronquillo and Jewel Encarnacion, but there were also a lot of miscues from Galeries Tower to the frustration of Coach Lerma Hiron. For PLDT, nabuhay na yung blocking nila. They definitely got more numbers in that department in the second set compared to that first frame, and we will see that in our stats. They got 3 kill blocks against the single one of Galeries Tower. We're in that same situation again for Galeries Tower. They were only 1 point behind PLDT in that category in attacking, but look at the unforced errors. Nasa double digits din, and it's clearly too much to overpower the high-speed hitters.
And taking into account the 2 sets, big edge attacks, points for PLDT 30-22. Mika Reyes in double digits with 10. Ronquillo has 8. You know, when Mika is on fire, she's really hard to stop. When she gets her confidence boosted with a few middle attacks, she'll do a variety of things, actually.
That's also the good thing about the starting lineup of PLDT. Everybody can score in double digits. Pero hindi mo alam kung sino yung pupuntos in every game kasi nag-iiba-iba. And I think that's going to be an asset moving forward.
And they have Prado also. And you can think about Kim Kiana and Mika Reyes, but Prado has also been exceptional. Miss Reliable. And look at the setter who is not playing, trying to settle down her teammates.
Well, she is the main playmaker for Galeries Tower, and siguro galing sa POV ng setter, ang dami niya rin gustong ayusin sa squad niya, but unfortunately hindi siya makalaro. So all she can do is support her team by giving instructions from the sidelines.
And of course she's part of the Gilas pool roster, and our Gilas players are not seeing action in this tournament. Don't forget, later on we'll have Farm Fresh going up against next lead. That's going to be a good one, a delicious one. When you have a libero like Catarado, boy, you have a wall on the floor.
And when you're an attacker, hindi ka natatakot na mablock. Because you know that there's coverage behind you na kahit bumalik man yung bola, nandyan si Kat Arado to keep the ball alive so that you can get another chance to swing.
We welcome you to set number 3. We are awaiting permission for Job Prado to get us going with her serve. And we are underway. Encarnacion receiving. Firing now. Oh, yes. They have always scored the first point of every set, actually.
And in all of the sets that we played, kaya talagang mauna ng Galeries Tower, but somewhere in the midpoint of every frame, dun sila napapako.
Pag nag-a-adjust na yung kabila, di ba? Pagka, yan ko pala gusto nyo, ha? Okay, mamarkahan namin yan. In the meantime, let's go with Jewel's serve. See? Those things. Go up. Go down. That seems to be the inescapable pattern, and unfortunate for Galeries. Tied at 1. Encarnacion receiving. Big shot by Ronquillo, handled well. That's long.
We will get the point back of that error of PLDT. No check ball, says the first referee.
If you're just joining us on our different platforms, first set going PLDT's way, 25-20. Second set, a little more assertive, 25-14. Emna sliding on the floor. Asis makes it a set. The cross is too long.
Unfortunate error once again for Galeries Tower.
KKD will serve at 2 apiece. Emnas, that's denied, but it's in play. Ronquillo, door is shut. Emnas recycles. Ronquillo got it. There's a touch of the ball. Galleries back in the lead.
Ronquillo is leading all scorers dito sa squad ng Galeries Tower.
Into the back row we go. Here's Emnas. Ooh. They got that. We can now go to Franny.
7-0. I listened into the huddle of the Galeries Tower High Risers. Earlier, you saw Julia Coronel speaking in the huddle, and she was reminding her team about patience because they were getting rattled and moving in such a way that wasn't the Galleries' way. I got to listen into that huddle some more, and they talked about the importance of mindfulness. PLDT High Speed Hitters, the way that they're playing, they're doing the same things over and over again, but the Tower's High Risers aren't being mindful and making the right adjustments inside the court to meet those adjustments that the PLDT High Speed Hitters are doing. They also had reminders on the second ball. It's all coming down to composure, really. They have to limit those unforced errors when PLDT is playing as composed as they are. They want to stay alive. I heard Coach Lerma say that this cannot be the last set, so you got to act like it is not the last set. But let's see as we have a long rally ahead of us.
Tinapos mo kasi, Franny. Long rally nga, tinapos mo eh. Sinisi pa yung kasama. And look at this. It's 4 straight points after we were tied at 2 by Galleries. Coach Raul huddles up his crew.
Ganyan naman agad sila. I-variate mo na lang yung sa harap ako yung umiikot. Huwag lang talagang tuwid. Maraming option eh. Bukas dito, bukas sa mahaba. May donut ka pa. Simula talaga. Simula.
Smile tayo, smile tayo. Let's go. Okay lang naman. PLDT.
Di mo to sikat. Nagbigay ng motivation, tapos tinawanan yung mga kasama.
Alam niya that they can come back from this situation.
Ano tayo? Tapos tumawa. Itong babaeng to talaga. We hope you're enjoying our presentation from the University of San Jose Recoletos here in Cebu City. Maayong hapon kaninyong tanan. Mga nanonood saan man kayo naroon on our different platforms. 2 set to love lead by PLDT. And here is the familiar refrain. Lalamang ang Galleries. Roar back ang PLDT. They just know how to claw back into the game.
Lalo na pag nakapuntos ng impact point ng PLDT. They can really string up consecutive points.
Tapos biglang nagko-collapse naman yung Galleries because of the heat of what PLDT is doing. Reverse. Kim Kiana. Fajardo can't handle it. Rare moment when the set did not work. It's a 7-3 tally.
Miscue between Jovi Prado and Kat Arado. That's uncharacteristic of the high-speed hitters. Lead is still at 4 for Galeries Tower.
Let's go with Franz Ronquillo and her serve ahead by 4. Arado accepting. Oh! Majoy!
2 straight slide attacks for Majoy Baron and Kim Fajardo.
Which is now our spike of the set. Hatid sa inyo ng Duncan, pasalubong ng bayan. Emnas adjust. Good set. Blocked, however. Emnas gets it to nip the net. Oh, cleanly done.
Kim Fajardo is just enjoying this game. She has won multiple rounds. Now she scores off a dump ball.
Para sabi niya kay Mika, alala mo nung college tayo? Good catch. One-handed set. Prado, cool. And Asis winning in that battle at the net now. And we have arrived at the first technical break of this third set. It's 8-5 Galleries.
Watch all the replays on PVL YouTube channel. Subscribe!
We have you back with us here at the University of San Jose Recoleta's Gymnasium or Coliseum in Cebu City as we complete the first of two games slated today, Sunday, in our PVL on tour. We have an 8-5 lead by Galeries down in the set count 2-0. Emna's jump set, and I think she missed it.
Had the right intention of going sharp cross. It was just too strong. They're still holding on to a 2-point lead,
which PLDT has learned to whip around, and they have the unique and uncanny ability of roaring back when they know they can. Like, here we go.
Last second change of direction from KKD. She's been targeting the cross court kanina pa, but this time around she saw an opportunity to go down the line. Yung mga adjustments na sinasabi ng mga coaches, nasa harapan mo ring dalawang blockers at nakabantay sila sa cross court. What will you do? You change the direction, you go down the line.
Encarnacion trying to be industrious. Kim Kennedy fires. MS with a hand at it. Katindig managed to get to it. Shoved over that time. Right in front of Jimenez. And we are tied just like that with 3 straight points courtesy of PLDT.
4-point lead is gone. You also have to credit the playmaking of Kim Pajardo, dragging the two blockers on the right side to give KKD a single block.
Lahat na ng pinuntos puro dito sa cross. Hindi kasi pwedeng nalilimutan natin. In-game adjustment to. Pag hindi natin naalala yung in-game adjustment, pwedeng pupugbugin lang tayo. Cross ang nilalak natin. Ay, para lang nag-spike receive kay isa yung kabila. Walang okay naman, hindi nag-error. Pero kailangan kasi natin ng counter-attack. Mas mabuti pa, bigay mo na lang sa part kaysa doon.
Go lang.
We always learn a lot when we listen to these timeouts.
I agree.
And the objectivity of the timeouts also helps the fans understand how the game should be played.
And you appreciate the level in which you must play at this particular stage of your volleyball career. Oh, good adjustment in the air with that one-handed hit by Batinda, and here's another one, but it's missed. That does not work. And in the lead now is PLDT.
From 4 points up, they're now a point down. Talking about Galeries Tower. They're still trying to work on that connection.
Right,
that center spiker connection.
It was 8-4 kanina no? Yung connection na yan happens both in training and getting used to each other, no?
That's
feeling
correct.
Comfortable. It's like a dance partner, actually.
Kaya for me, naging wise talaga yung PLDT when it comes to recruitment. They got a bunch of players from LaSalle na matagal na naglalaro together. And when you have a setter like Kim Pajardo, attackers like Majoy Baron, KKD, Mika Reyes, wala ka nang masyadong alalahanin pa. You just need to incorporate the rest of the players to that system.
Pacres with a cross. And just add on one more great player like Prado.
She is one of the smartest hitters, definitely, for PLDT. Doesn't need to go for power. All about the placement of her shot.
Para siyang nag-gardening. Saan ba may butas dito? Saan ba may diferensya rito? Perez, Pacres. easily picked up by Fajardo, rather skidding with her knees. It's on the side of Galeries. Pacres dumps it over. It's still alive. The dump by Prado. It's outside.
They really needed that break point. Talking about Galeries Tower, they had to put an end to the run of PLDT.
Here's Pacres. Alive. Encarnacion!
That's the connection that we want to see from Galeries Tower. Sakto, yung shoot set ni Ivy Perez papunta kay Jewel Encarnacion.
This crowd beginning to hum and percolate here. We are tied at 10. Tough predicament, but no problem for CAF. Pacres. Fajardo checks the horizon. Kim Kennedy. It's on the side of Galeries. They keep it very much alive. Fajardo. Prado. Oh boy, I think this is the longest rally. Pacres. This could take forever. And listen to this crowd roar. That was the longest rally.
Hanggang ngayon naghihiyawan pa rin yung PVL fans.
Alam mo nung nag-umpisa ang Galeries, Pacres was already there. So we've grown with her as well with this team. Arado, Fajardo, Diana, Kim Kennedy. Here comes the good set. And it's outside, however, for Encarnacion. And we are tied at 11.
They want to keep it close. Talking about Galeries Tower.
They had a good run, 3 straight points.
Nandito na tayo sa midpoint ng set. And in the second set, dito kumalas yung PLDT.
Exactly, kanina, no? Good reception. Encarnacion denied entry. Kept in play by Katindig, doing a good job sliding on the floor. Oh! What an angle by Kim Kennedy!
That's definitely her favorite angle. And the middle blocker of Galeries wasn't able to close out that cross-court angle. Yun yung maganda sa 3-hitter rotation ng PLDT. Meron talagang makukuhang isang blocker, si Mika Reyes or Kisha Bedonia.
Ron Quillo from the back row, Encarnacion receiving. One more time, but this time she's very short.
High Risers
go ahead, please. Go ahead.
Need to be careful about those unforced errors because they're definitely working hard sa floor defense.
Agree.
Sobrang sipag rin nila when it comes to counter-attacks.
But when they get too excited to score it, they end up messing up the play. Katindig sends it over. Mistake by PLDT.
That's too low for Mika Reyes.
Alam mo, ang kulang din sa Galeries is a leader that says, calm down, relax. We're in this. Don't be afraid. We're here. Jewel Encarnacion. And maybe Pacres is that. Arado. He likes that spot.
That's the same angle for KKD. So sometimes, I think, kailangan sumugal ng Galeries. Yes, you have Mika Reyes and Kisha Bedonia. But in the past few rallies, puro kay KKD dinadala yung bola. So they can try to double up on KKD. A single blocker will not be enough if you want to stop those cross-court hits.
Who's now getting away with everything. In the meantime, Katindig swings it over into the hands of Fajardo. Blocked, but it's outside. You know, if you're Lerma Hiron, you love the heart of this team. They try so hard, you know. But it comes down to smarts and discarte on the floor. And they're up against such a veteran team. Kim wants one more. Doesn't get it. Bedonia denied. Kim Kennedy taps it over, and it's on the ground. And she has pushed PLDT to a 4-point lead as we hit the second technical timeout mark.
Player highlights, we got you covered. Subscribe now to the PVL YouTube channel. Subscribe!
Daghang salamat for joining us here in Cebu City. Seb Sarmiento, Neil Flores, and Franny Reyes, your broadcast team. And along with our Signal One Sports Filipinas Live crew, it's been a joy bringing these spectacular weekend of games. Lots of excitement, and the fans making it a complete experience. And Cebu, daghang salamat, and we hope we can come back as soon as possible.
I'm sure babalik tayo. Cebu is one of our favorite places. The fans are great.
Kulang ang 2 araw para namnamin ang lahat dito sa Queen City of the South. Malaki ang Cebu at there's always something new to discover no matter how many times you return to the Queen City. 4-point lead. Biglang humiwalay na naman itong PLDT. Neil. Nice set. Ang ganda ng pitik set ni Ivy Perez, actually.
Yeah, once she delivers a perfect set to her attackers, napapatay naman nila yung ball. That's another shoot set. She got that slight delay from Majoy Baron.
Pag maganda ang set, ang taas ng percentage, maganda palo. 60 to 70%. Here's the captain. Prado end up sprawled on the floor. Up we go. It is out of bounds, and it's a point for PLDT. They now lead by 4. Do they challenge? Just sabi ni referee Educado, out of bounds na.
Yeah. No challenge from Galeries Tower. Score is 17-13.
I love the way Perez is making the signal for the next play. Abot nyo sa akin yung bola. Prado, so steady. Alive. There's a whistle. It's a net infraction.
That will be called on Ivy Perez.
There's going to be a challenge.
Timeout. Galeries Tower.
Referee Aventura, that's his call, which is the call of the second referee. Really.
Yun yung nakaka-damage natin ng todo, yung maliliit na bagay na ganun. Okay? Ano lang natin, execute lang natin ng maayos. Ha? Again, tsagayin natin. Wala kasi mangyayari pag binadali pa natin eh. Nakaka-depensa naman tayo. Ang sa atin lang, pasok lang, then stay. Huwag nyo nang hampasin. Oh, pasahan natin ng maayos. Ha? I-activate mo itong ano mo. I-activate mo itong middle mo. Oh, go. Let's go, let's go.
I love listening to her timeouts, but you know, one of these days she's just going to say, what more can I say? She really is, you know. And I'm sure we'd love to, you know, one of these days, I want to join one of the training sessions to find out how they work with their teams. Some of them I've seen already in practice. They're just a joy to watch. In the meantime, here's a lady on fire, Kim Kennedy. Perez, oh, good set. It's a good set, you can tell.
Ginases is back on the floor for Coach Lerma Hiron, and immediately she scores off a slide attack.
She wanted to bring back Emils and Jimenez, but decided against it. Perez will be serving. It's a 4-point lead. Perez. Alive. Alive. Long.
Too high for Gisha Bedonia. Galeries Tower High Risers are still in this game. They're down by 3 and they have 3 hitters up front.
Here's Perez. Lalim ng kuha ni Prado. Kombinasyon. Uli. D was there. Perez with a hand and then Ronquillo shoots. Aradon protecting your turf and Baron nailing that cleanly.
Getting that ball above the block of Galeries Tower. This is the point of the game na kailangan ng Galeries Tower ng impact point. And I feel like they can get it from Dimdim Pacres. Once she scores, the crowd will definitely explode.
This is inside. Jean Assis finding a way.
Every time they go to those slide attacks, single block lang yun establish ng PLDT. So that's a good point of attack from Galeries Tower.
Natulala ng konti si Catarado. Lumampas. Ayun na naman yung sinasabi mo sa Joust, no? Yung second touch, which Kim usually gets.
Catch and throw violation will be called on Jean Assis. That was the call of our first referee.
Yes, referee Educado.
And there's no challenge for that specific call.
Wala. Tama ako, Neil, there are 6 varieties of kinds of challenges, and that is not in the list.
Not part of it. Double contact, 4 touches. It's not part of the challenge opportunities.
Assis missing that at the net, and it is now a 5-point lead by PLDT, threatening to sweep this match in 3. Perez. Big shot by Encarnacion. Handled well by the other side. Perez flips it high. Pacres. And listen to this crowd. Enjoy Pacres' delivery.
We've been waiting for that hit from Dimdim Pacres. Finally, she scores for Galeries Tower.
Mary Dominique Pacres. 4-point lead, 21-17. Deep serve. Elevated with an elbow shot. Pacres lifts it over. Arado diving. Perez keeping it afloat. Pacres. Kim Chiarity with a graceful swing. Block. Kim keeps it alive. Fajardo. Block. And we are in play. Reached forward that time. Pacres denied, but kept very much in play. Encarnacion hits the antenna. They just ran out of angles.
That was another missed opportunity for Galeries Tower. That was another long rally between these two teams. Jewel Encarnacion tried to target the line, pero masyado na siyang nakasiksik dun sa antena.
Yes. Pacres. Oh, we failed to mention that Davison is already on the floor and she scores right away.
I didn't even notice that substitution. Savvy Davison scores an immediate point.
Don't be too hard on yourself. We were watching the slow-mo. First time for Davison. You know, namumorsyento na rin sila. Let's finish this. Let's go home.
This also happened yesterday. First attempt of Savvy Davison, first point for her.
Baleton and Pacres keeping it afloat. Davison brings us now to match point.
That's 2 for 2 for Savvy Davison. TLDD is now at match point.
But what a battle waged by Galleries. Baliton with an elbow. Encarnacion to Pacres. Fajardo sets up Aradog. And Kim Kennedy closes the door. 4 straight points by PLDT here in the finale of this match.
That makes it official. That's 5 straight wins for the PLDT High Speed Hitters as they swept their entire pool in the first round of competition.
And that's the point of the set, brought to you by Myra. Be Vita Brighter with Myra's vitamin-powered whitening lotion. We'll take a short break and bring you our player of the game and prepare all of you for our second match involving Farm Fresh and Next Led. It may have been a 3-set win, but we had loads of excitement for this particular battle. And now, let's go first to Franny Reyes, who will talk to some very special people.
7 Neil, I'm with 2 Mandaue natives, and they want to speak to their kababayans here in Cebu. So let's start first with Sheila Kiseo. Sheila, go ahead.
Ganalan ko magpasalamat sa Cebu. Thank you sa inyong suporta namo. Proud kami nga Cebuanos. May special mention sa parent ka. Love you!
And of course, we have Dim Dim Pacres!
Hap! Hap! Mayang gabi, Cebu! I love! Okay, maura to.
Thank you so much. That was Dim Dim and Sheila, both from Mandaue. Now our player of the game, she spiked it to the max from the PLDT High Speed Hitters with 12 points off 12 attacks. None other than Kim Kiana D. Kiana, first of all, congratulations on sweeping the prelims. I know that wasn't your goal, but how does this help you guys in your campaign towards the championship?
I mean, the tournament's still going to be a long one. There's going to be quarters and semis, so we're going to bring our wins going through that stage.
Now, I know you said that this off-season is an opportunity for you to get back to fighting form. What can you say, or how do you feel about your performance so far?
You know, we can't always be contented with how we perform, so we always need to keep improving every day, and we'll prepare for the quarters.
Now, I do have to ask, you celebrated your birthday here in Cebu. Your family is here, and there is a very, very happy crowd with us right now. How does it feel to be surrounded by all of this?
Feels good to be welcomed by Cebu. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you guys had fun, and hopefully we get to see you in Manila. Please visit us.
Once again, your player of the game, Kim Kiana D. We do have one more game, so 7-0, go ahead.
Thank you very much, Franny, and our player of the game, sterling performance. And look at the final numbers. The attacks were the edge also.
Yeah, that's correct. That's the story of the game, really. TLDT out-attack Galeries Tower. Dumikit naman yung Galleries when it comes to the blocking department and serving. But they just gave away so many free points to the High Speed Hitters. That's almost a whole set given to them via the unforced errors category.
Okay, we'll prepare everything for our next game. That's coming up next. Farm Fresh against Next Led here in the PVL on Tour.